Good day, everyone, and welcome to Home at the Hollow. My name is Glennis, and thank you for joining me. Welcome to my very humble kitchen. Today's recipe is incredibly delicious, so easy. It is a chickpea patty with an aioli sauce, a garlic and lemon aioli sauce. I had this for dinner last night. This was absolutely delicious. So good, so easy, using pantry staples. And I doubled the recipe, and I'll put the double recipe below because you're going to want to make a double recipe. I put what I didn't cook in my freezer, so when I do have a really busy day and I just don't want to, that's all I have to do. But without further ado, chickpea patties with garlic lemon aioli sauce. So good. I'm going to get started first with my garlic lemon sauce that I'm going to serve with my chickpea patties, and I've kind of already got those mashed as best that I can, and a few eggs already beat. But for this sauce, I'm going to get it made ahead of time so it'll have a little bit of time to get happy together. But 1 cup of Greek yogurt, olive oil, I juiced a lemon, which, a couple of 3 tablespoons. This isn't baking, so. And a combination of salt, fresh ground black pepper, and garlic powder. In this case, since your garlic, wouldn't get cooked, but let's see if we can get this happening. And stick this in the fridge, and I will start working on my chickpea patties. These are going to be so darn good. There you go. And I'm going to continue. Now, this is 2 cans, I believe about 15-ounce cans of already cooked chickpeas. I drained them and rinsed them, and I actually hand mash these. Now, if you have a food processor, by all means, go for it. But I like little bits of the chickpea left over to give a little bit of texture in there. But what I've done, I've doubled this recipe because the way I have it figured, if I'm going to be in here, I'm going to make it count. So I've got 2, and these were very large eggs from my neighbor. Just give this a stir. And this is a combination of spices. I wish that you guys could just, smell that. Some of them are very, very fresh, beautiful spices. Now, this is looking very good. And what I've done is I have actually grated 1 white onion, yellow onion, whatever you have. Now, if you don't want to grate it, if you don't have a food processor, then by all means, mince and chop this as fine as you can. And my reason for doing this is I don't mind having, a bit of onion in there, of course, but my main goal here was to give the mixture, a little more, where it would hold together a little bit better. Because sometimes, you think, oh, I'm going to put, bell peppers or, whatever, and you're actually adding a lot of things that can fall out. And so that was kind of my logic behind that. My mixture of spices, garlic, I'll drop all of the combination below. It's just smells wonderful. And I do have 1 cup of breadcrumbs. Yeah, I've had enough experience making veggie burgers and crab cakes and, you know, things like that to know, okay, how are we going to get this to hold together a little bit better? And that's just one way of doing it. So your onion, in effect, is going to act as a binding agent. There we go. I don't know. I did not put all of the breadcrumbs in there. I probably should, but I think maybe just a little bit more. So I'm going to say a healthy 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. And there we go. And one other thing that I'm going to do, you know, if you're in a really big hurry, you could just go ahead and scoop these up. This should make 8 patties, 8 chickpea patties. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover this with some plastic film. I'm going to stick it in the fridge for, you know, 30 minutes, an hour. And then I'm going to come back once everything has kind of, you know, sat in the bowl and said, yeah, okay, this is happening. And yeah, and I think that's going to work out really, really well. I'll see y'all back in about an hour. At the end of an hour, I've brought these out. As you can see, I use just a regular ice cream scoop. And for me, this made 9. And really all you want to do is, once you've scooped it out like that, is just to, you know, give it a bit of a press. Firm your sides up a little bit. These are just handling like a dream. There's nothing falling apart on this at all. So we didn't really need all of those breadcrumbs. I wish that you guys could smell this. And it's not even cooked yet. But ultimately, you want to push them down to this size, about 2 inches around. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to just go back and see if we can get these, you know, kind of flattened out a bit, so they won't take, you know, really crazy long to cook. And that looks about all right. Not completely perfect, but, you know, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up about 3 to 4 tablespoons or so of olive oil in my pan, and saute and brown each of these about 3 to 4 or 5 minutes each side. You want these to be brown and delicious. But I'm gonna head over there in just a moment. I'm warming my skillet with some olive oil, of course, but I wanted to add that at this point, if you're not ready to cook these off, then, you know, just separate them with a little bit of wax paper and an appropriate container, and that's what I'm going to do. I definitely like to have a little bit of something almost ready in the freezer for busy days. I'm going to get these started in just a second. I've just gotten these started. I've set my timer for 5 minutes, and I'm going to turn them, I believe, at 5 minutes. I'm about on medium or so, but it, you know, as you can see, I can push them down really easy like that. If you think they need to be a little bit thinner, but they're holding together really super well. I'm quite pleased. So I'm at about 2.5 minutes. So that's half of course. Let's see what these look like. And that's what we are looking for. And out of my 5 minutes, I'm still at 2 minutes and 16 seconds. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn the rest of these and continue to cook these for another 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and, we are just about there. I'm going to go ahead and take these out. Now this one, I touched a little too hard, but he's going to be okay. And they're looking not bad. If you would prefer to use craft paper to drain them on, but there you go. Allow this to cool off just a little bit and get my salad. There we go. Anyway, get the salad going. Put a little bit of aioli sauce on it. Yum. And here we are plated up. It looks absolutely wonderful. I have my sauce here. I'm not going to put a lot of that, just a little. Or you can serve it on the side, whatever. And there you go. Beautiful, easy meal. I hope that y'all join me again here, home at the Hollow.